Just send it. Just send it.
Cut.
Yeah, when I get out there, just cut.
Check. Check. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, 2.
Hey, Dave.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some tea, some chai, some mango lassi, some soft drinks and water. Please get that and please proceed inside so we can get started with the wedding ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please have some water, some soft drinks. There's some chai over here next to the Carlson entrance. If anybody wants some Indian chai, it's right over here. And then we'll make our way inside so we can get started with the wedding ceremony. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the wedding ceremony is going to take place in this hall over here. So if you can please proceed inside so we can get started with the big celebration. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sometimes friends are just as close as family, maybe not immediately. It's almost like when it's
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please help yourselves to some refreshments and please proceed inside so we can get started with the ceremony. The brides are waiting and we're going to get started in about 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know where they all are. I didn't see the whole thing. Okay, yeah, priorities.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with the ceremony. Please proceed inside.
There's like a lot over here. Dances. There has to dance. There's 5.
Hello. Please be situated. We are going to start the ceremony pretty soon. I am Lata Maheshwari, Bua of Neena, and I have this honor of emceeing the program today. So, and everybody else, please welcome to this marriage. We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Neena Bihani and Christina Das Minta. As we honor the love between these two women, we must also pause to recognize what it took to get us to this place. The struggles fought by so many to win the legal right to marry whom they love. In recognition of the gravity of what we are observing here today, we ask that you be fully present in the moment and give us your undivided attention as we undertake a series of ancient rituals and tradition which are evolving and adapting, and as we continue to evolve and adapt. I now invite Emma Bond to recite a poem, Unending Love, by great poet Rabindranath Tagore.
I seem to have loved you in countless forms, countless times, in life after life, in age after age, forever. My spellbound heart has made and remade a necklace of songs that you take as your gift, wear around your neck in your many forms, in life after life, in age after age, forever. Whenever I hear old chronicles of love, it's age-old pain. It's an ancient tale of being apart or together. As I share on and on into the past, in the end you emerge, clad in the light of a pole star, piercing the darkness of time. You become an image of what is remembered forever. You and I have floated here on the string that brings from the fount. At the heart of time, love of one for another. We have played alongside millions of lovers, shared in the same way, shy sweetness of meeting, the distressful tears of farewell, old love but in shapes that renew and renew forever. Today it is heaped at your feet. It has found its end in you, the love of all man's days, both past and forever. Universal joy, universal sorrow, universal life. The memories of all the loves merging with this one love of ours, and the songs of every poet, past and forever.
Thank you, Emma. That was wonderful as we are celebrating love here today. It is now my distinct honor to introduce Dr. Brahmachari Sharanji, who is going to be officiating today's ceremony. Dr. Sharan holds PhD in Classic Language from University of Edinburgh, Scotland. Dr. Sharanji serves as a Director of Dharmic Life at Georgetown University and also an adjunct professor in the Department of Philosophy, Sanskrit language, and Indian religious tradition and rituals. We consider ourselves very blessed to have Dr. Sharan travel here all the way from Washington, D.C. to officiate today's ceremony and offer his blessings to the soon-to-be couple. I will now announce the arrival of the bride. Let us welcome the brides, the two stars for whom we have gathered here. Please. Here we see Neena being accompanied by her brother Nishan and her parents Shashi and Rajesh Bihani. Now comes Tina, who is accompanied by her Masi, Anita Gupta, by her brother Christopher Minta, and her uncle and her aunt Esther. And so please welcome them to this I now pass the baton to Dr. Sharanji, and he'll take over from here.
Thank you, Lataji. Let's give Lataji a little bit of a round of applause. And may I say, doesn't our brides today look amazing? Yeah. So, dear sisters, brothers, and non-binary kin, I bid you all a hearty namaste, Jai Shri Krishna, and Ram Ram Sa. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you here, serving as I do as a representative of our dharmas, to celebrate the marriage of Nina to Christina. You prefer Tina or Christina? Tina's good. All right, Nina and Tina, perfect. Our brides for today aren't here to be joined in some legal ceremony, because in the dharmas, Vivaha is simply a ceremony for where we offer our gratitude. And as family, friends, and well-wishers, we are actually here to be blessed ourselves, in that we can formally witness what Nina and Tina already know, that they are truly united, physically, emotionally, and spiritually in love. And for this, we, the family, friends, and well-wishers, give thanks to the multiverse, to all our ancestors, and to that which transcends all of this, Parabrahma. It is for this very reason that our Vivaha Sanskaras transcend all human constructs. And so, Lataji was referring to evolving trends. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm a professor, so I'm going to correct a little bit of that. We are able to open our minds. Solution means this. Because as people who are descendants from people in India, the education system was constructed by Victorian, with Victorian mindsets. In our books, you will see in 200 years ago, 200 BC, written record of same-gendered couples being married and living together in our own India. If you don't know this, I can give you the Sanskrit. But all of this is to say that we have an opportunity here to fuse our culture and our heritage, decolonize our minds from our Victorian, little bit of a troublesome past, and really live in the fullness of the possibilities that exist in this land, no matter what is actually going on the political stage, because what goes on here transcends everything. Right? Would you believe I have to teach the pundits? It takes a while. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens here, first and foremost as part of the Vivaha Sanskar, this is a Gandhava Vivaha Sanskar. The first thing that happens is puja, then havan, and then the actual steps of matrimony. So please bear with us. Please give your phones a break, or if you do need to check on your Instagrams, make sure the notifications are set to silent. And more importantly, use your Instas to take good pictures these days. That's one. Number two, what you as our invited guests are here to do are to send forth good vibes, especially our elders. You guys know what it takes to make a good married couple, I hope. And I hope there is less chasing around husbands and wives with balloons and all of that stuff. So you know how it goes. You know that it takes a lot of love, and it takes even more understanding. So for that, wish them and will them, as you sit there in your own seats, will them all of those positive vibes, so that this day can be one that empowers them to live out the rest of their lives in blessed happiness. So, first and foremost, Tina and Nina, we get underway. And I will ask you now to take flowers in your hand as we begin our puja. There you are. Just half of that. So close your eyes and focus on this very important moment that is finally coming to pass. Om. 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 Hari Om Ano Bhadraha Kratavo Jantu विश्वतो दब्धासोपरीतास उद्भिदः देवानो यथा सदमृद्धे असन्न प्रायुः रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। So place your flowers there on the swastikasa, just like yesterday. And now both of you wash your hands nicely. Hastau prakshalanam hrishikeshaya namaha. And you will say Om Keshavaya namaha, Madhavaya namaha, Narayanaya namaha. Om Keshavaya namaha, Madhavaya namaha, Narayanaya namaha. And you just wash your hands up to the side. Hastau prakshalanam hrishikeshaya namaha. ओम आदित्य वसवो रुद्रा विश्वे देवमरुद्गणः तिलकं ते प्रेक्षन्तु धर्मकामार्थ सिद्धये। ओम स्वस्ति। So now, both of you take some rice in your hands. This rice symbolizes our intent to concentrate on peace. If our minds are peaceful, we know we have dance moves and things to come later. But if we let that start dancing around now, it's going to lead to a little bit of trouble and confusion. So we settle our minds, we forget what things we need to do, and focus again. This time when Nina, on the person they're about to spend their lives. So close your eyes as we do the Swasti Vajan. Hari Om Swasti na Indro Vridhashvaha Swasti na Pukha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Starikshu Arishtanemi Swasti no Vridaspati Vridhatu. Om Devo Shantirantariksha Shanti Prithvi Shantirapah Shantirokadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shanti Vishvedevaha Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvaguna Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi Yato Jataha Samiha Setatono Abhayam Kuru Shannaha Kuru Prajabhyo Bhayannaha Pashubhyah Shantirbhavatu Sumukhascha Kapilo Gajakarnaka Lambodarascha Vikato Vighnanasho Vinayaka Dhumraketu Ganadyaksho Bhalachandro Gajanana Dvadashaitani Namani Yapathet Shriyadapi विद्यारंभे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा संग्रामे संकटश्चैव विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते। ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। विनायकं गुरुं भानुं ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वरान् सरस्वतीं प्रणम्यादौ सर्वकार्यार्थसिद्धये। ओम स्वस्तिः ओम स्वस्तिः ओम स्वस्तिः। Sprinkle it nicely over all of the asana. Just perfect. That's great. And so, just as we did yesterday. So repeat after me. Om Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Om Tat Sat Srimad Bhagavato Mahapurushasya Vishnuranaya Pravartamanasya Brahmane Dvitiya Pararthe Shishveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvata Vanvantareshta Vinshatitame Kaliyuge Kali Prathama Charana Jambudvipa Bharatvarshat Paschime Bhage Uttara America Mahadvipantargate Michigan Namni Pradeshe Farmington Hills Namni Grame Asyam Shrupegaha Sale Shatsu Evam Gragana Visheshtena Vishishtayam Shrupunya Tithwamaka Gotra Kashyapa Gotra Utpannasya. Both of you repeat. Mama Atmanaha Shruti Smriti Puranokta Punya Prapti Etade Shri Parameshwara Priti Artham Adya Mama Gandharva Vidhina Vivaha Samskara Purva Angi Bhuta Shri Ganapati Samba Sada Shiva Shri Radha Krishna Ekatantrena Pujana Purvakam Aham Karish. Just over there. Om Jajagrato Duramadaiti Devandata Suptasita Thaivaiti Durangamanabudhirekam Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu Astu Shiva Sankalpaha, Astu Shiva Sankalpaha, Astu Shiva Sankalpaha. Very good. So now you take some more flowers. And as we did yesterday, and just for the folk who are joining us, who don't know what's going on, and I'm not looking to anybody but our lovely But what we do first and foremost is to remember Ganesh. This ceremony is a ceremony that goes beyond theism and non-theism. It's a ceremony that commemorates the gravity of the bone. So Ganeshji, we are asking that every single step that we make from this stage, after we leave this moment, may every single step be free from any obstacles to both of you. Right? And remember Ganeshji. Harihi Om Agarana Tva Ganapati Gom Havamahe Priyana Tva Priyapati Gom Havamahe Nidhina Tva Nidhipati Gom Havamahe Vasomama Amajani Garbadama Tvamajasi Garbadama Om Ambe Ambike Ambalike Namana Yadikashana Sajachko Has Badrikam Kam Pilavasini Shri Ganesham Vikabhyam Namaha Tatvajami Brahmana Vandamanastrashat Sejamano Havir Vihir Mano Varuni Hudrushakun Samana Epramoki Varunai Namaha Om Ambike Ambalike Namana Yadikashana Sajachko Has Badrikam Kam Pilavasini Shorashamataka Pyonama Saptikrutamaka Pyonamaha Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Sahita Tribunatmakaye Durga Devyai Namo Namaha अस्मत् कुलदेवतायै नमो नमः श्री सच्याय मात्रे नमः श्री कामाक्षी देव्यै नमः ओम श्री आकृष्ण नरसावर्तमानो निवेशन अमृतम मर्त्यंच हिरण्येन सवितारथे नादेवो जाति भुवनानि पश्यन् सूर्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि sprinkle flowers all around this asana, just not on the dhyana. Nina, if you did the water with the flower and then just sprinkle water in the same manner as you did just now. Agahita devatanam padyapadhyam sahasyarakya mukhyatvaniyam jalam sarvami snaniyam jalam samarpayami Shri Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha Shri Ganapati Padmandaadishtatri Devatabhyo Namo Namaha Sarvopachararthe Gandhakshata Pushpani. So, we will offer this, divide it into four and then offer it in all four of those. Om Swangandharvakana Swamindra Swamrihaspati Tvamokhade Somo Raja Vidvanyakshmadamachadar Khandam Chandanam Devyam Gandharkam Smanoharam Vilepanam Sarasreshta Chandram Pratigritam Sarvopacharase Gandhakshata Pushpani Samarpayami. This is why she's there, right? Now Agarbati also give all the and do it nicely as an update around the lady. Om Vanaspati Rasodkoto Gandharkyo Gandhatama Akraya Sarvadevanam Poyam Pratigritam Drupamakrapayami Shri Ganapati Padmandaadishtatri Devadabhyo Namo Namaha Drupamakrapayami Pratyaksha Deepan Sandarshyami Dhupadipante Hasto Prakshalya Naivedyam Kuruto Nidhaya Naivedyo Pri Pushpani Vikritva. So just in front there are 5 naivedyas. I offered the sweets, you just sprinkle those on top of the sweets. Om Nabhya Asi Dantarikshakom Shrishnordeho Samavardadabadhyam Gomindashashrodrat Halukan Akalpayanna Naivedyam Nivedyami Bhagavate Shri Ganapati Padmandaadishtatri Devadabhyo Namo Namaha Madhye Paniyam Jalam Utraposhnam Jalam Naivedyante Atmaniyam Jalam Samarpayami. Having offered puja to Shri Ganeshji and the Ganapati Mandala Devatas, we offer these final chants. Lots of chanting goes on, as you know, but this is a point where you speak the most powerful language. It's not Sanskrit, it's the language of the heart. Close your eyes. Visualize that here we are in the 28th cycle of emanation and action of the multiverse. In the 28th cycle, we're in the age of this particular eon, which is Kali Yuga. We're 5,000 years into that particular Yuga. We're atop Mother Earth, who's spinning at 10,000 miles an hour. We're situated in an entirely huge state, Michigan, on this very important mandapa. 14 billion years of evolution has reached this point in your 2 lives. So, keeping that in mind, speak about your hopes and aspirations for the days that follow today. Lambodaya Kalaya Jaya Nagana Gauri Sutaya Garanatha Namo Namaste Ya Shri Swayam Sukritinam Bhavaneshwa Lakshmi Papatmanam Kritadhyam Hridayeshu Buddhi Shraddham Satam Kulajana Prabhavasya Lajjam Tantam Natasma Paripalaya Devi Vishwam नमो नमस्ते स्फटिकप्रभाय सुश्वेतहाराय सुमङ्गलाय सपाशहस्ताय शासनाय जलाधिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते शिवरुणाय नमः गौरी पद्मासची मेधा सावित्री विजया जया देवसेना सुधा स्वाहा मातरो लोकमातरः धृतिपुष्टिस्तथा तुष्टिरात्मनः कुलदेवता गणेशेनादिगाह्येता वृद्धौ पूज्या श्रीषोडशः श्रीसप्तकृतमातृकाभ्यो नमः षोडशमातृकाभ्यो नमः महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वत्यै नमो नमः ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरान्तकारे भानुशशि भूमिसुतोपदश्च गुरुश्च शुक्र शरीराहुकेतवः सर्वे ग्रहाः शान्तिकरा भवन्तु श्री सूर्यादिनगरदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः नानासकन्धपुष्पाणि यथा कालोद्भवानि च पुष्पाञ्जलिं मया दत्तं गृहाण परमेश्वर मन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि श्री गणपतिपदमण्डलाधिष्ठातृदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः Sprinkle flowers nicely all over. बोलिए श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, श्री जगदम्बे माता की जय. On two sides, the respective forms that we look towards of the Supreme are of Bhagavan Krishna and of Bhagavan Shiva. So we'll remember Bhagavan Krishna first, and then we'll remember Bhagavan Shiva. Okay? And I want you to remember why we have these. These symbols are very important in life. Either they are directly connected to you, or they are there for you when you need them in life. There is no dark corner in our lives that cannot be illuminated with a ray of hope simply by focusing on either their name or their form. So first and foremost, Sri Krishna. Om Kasturi Tilakam Lalat Patale Vakshasthale Kaustubham Nasagre Varamautikam Karatale Venu Kare Kankanam Sarvange Harichandanam Sulalitam Kanthe Chamuktabali गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूड़ामणि फुल्लेन्दीवरकान्तिमिन्दुवदनं बर्हावतं सत्प्रियं श्रीवत्साङ्कमुदार कौस्तुभधरं पीताम्बरं सुन्दरं गोपीनां नयनोत्पलार्चिततनुं गोपसङ्घावृतं गोविन्दं कलवेणुवादनपरं दिव्याङ्गभूषं भजे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं नमः भगवत्यै. श्री राधिकायै नमः, श्री राधा कृष्णाभ्यां नमः. ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. And finally, Bhagavan Shiva. People are asking me who the dharmas are, because we know Sanatana Dharma is more of a recent name. Vaishnava Dharma, Shaiva Dharma, those are two very old ones, and Shakta Dharma. And they used to ask me why. Shaiva, masculine principle. Shakta, feminine principle. Vaishnava, combination of all three principles, because we believe that there is a third gender as well. So, people who are very devoted to Bhagavan Shiva also included the founders of the Kinnara Akhada, so the sampradaya of renunciates of the third gender. And people just ask them, how can you pray to a masculine divinity? And I said, because your eyes are so controlled by the patriarch, you don't see his beauty. It's not only his beauty, it's her beauty, it's their beauty. He's Ardhanarishvara, he is Umanath, but he is also Mohini, he is also very, very different forms that he takes specifically, they take specifically, in accordance with your desires and your wishes, what you need in that moment. That's how Bhagavan Shankar pertains rather than everyone. Closing your eyes, we'll do our final part of the puja so we can go on to the Havan by the name of Bhagavan Shiva. Om Hari Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudrah Prachodayat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Vagartha viva samprikto vagartha patiprattaye jagatah pitaro vande Parvati Parameshwaro. Parvati Parameshwaro vande Devam Umapatim Sargurum vande Jagatkaram vande Pannagabhushanam Mrigadaram vande Pashunam Patim vande Surya Shashanka Vahninayanam vande Mukunda Priyam vande Bhakta Janashrayam Cha Varadam वंदे शिवं शंकरं वंदे शिवं शंकरं। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। हर प्रेम से बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। So offer your flowers here. Begin the Havan sermon. हरि ओम अग्निन्दुतं प्रोददे अविवाहम् अपप्रवेदे वा आङ् आसादयादिह। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः शतमङ्गलनाम्ने अग्नये नमो नमः। ओम चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रय अस्य पादात्रय शीरेखे सप्तहस्तासु अस्य त्रिधा पद्धोरिकपोरोर्वीति मोहो देव्यो मर्त्याङ् आविवेशः। अस्मिन् ओम कर्मणि श्री शतमङ्गलनाम्ने अग्नये नमो नमः। सर्वोपचारार्थे गन्धाक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। And Tina, I'm going to give you the key job. And I'll give you the summon. So remember, like yesterday, just a little bit in your hands. And you're going to, when I tell you, then we'll all say swaha together up here. So key first. Hari Om, Om Agnaye Swaha, Idam Agnaye Namama. Om Somaya Swaha, Idam Somaya Namama. Om Prajapataye Swaha, Idam Prajapataye Namaha. Om Indraya Swaha, Idam Indraya Namama. Om Parno Agne Varunasi Vidvan Devasi Hedo Vyasa Zishtaha Yajishto Vanitamaha Shoshtrano Vishwadekagam Sikravum Vyamasmat Swaha. Idam Agni Varunabhyam Namama. Om Satparno Agne Vamo Ghodhi Nedishto Se Ukaso Vyashto Vyakshano Varunagum Rano Vrihi Midikagum Savona Edhi Swaha. Idam Agni Varunabhyam Namama. Omayastagni Sannivishasti Pasa Satuvetumayasiyano Yagyam Vahasiyano Dehi Bekagum Swaha. Idam Agni Ayase Namama. Om Yeteshatam Varunam Yasasram Yagyaha Pashavitatamahantaha तेभिर्नो अधिसवितोत विष्णु विश्वे मुञ्चन्तु मरुतः स्वर्गाः स्वाहा। इदं वरुणाय सवित्रे विघ्नेश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो मरुभ्यश्च नमः। ओम उदितमं वरपाशं अश्मद्वादिवं विमध्यमगुंशथाय भावयमादित्यवृते तवानागासोदित्येषां स्वाहा। इदं वरुणाय आदित्याय आदित्ये च नमः। यथा बाणप्रहाराणां कवचं वारणं भवेत् तद्वद्दैवोपघातानां शान्तिर्भवति वारणा। शान्तिरस्तु पुष्टिरस्तु तुष्टिरस्तु। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधीनां त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो मम आहमजानि गर्भदमात्मजासि गर्भदम्। ओम गङ्गणपतये स्वाहा। ओम अम्बे अम्बिके बालिके नमानयति कश्चन सदशुकः सुभद्रिकां कां पीलवासिनीं भुर्वस्व अम्बिकायै स्वाहा। ओम तत्वाजामि ब्रह्मणा वन्दमानस्तदास्तास्ते जमानो हविर्भिः हेडमानो वरुणे दप्पोतिरुषुगुं समानाय प्रमोखिः। ओम वरुणाय स्वाहा। ओम आयंगोः कृष्णमीदसदन्मातरं पुरः पितरं च प्रेन्स्वहं भुर्वस्व गौर्यादिगोष्ठमातृकाभ्यः स्वाहा। ओम श्रीस्थिते लक्ष्मी च प्रज्ञावहो रात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनौ व्यात्तम् इष्णन्निखाणां मयिखाण सर्वलोकं मयिखाणहं भुर्वस्व श्रेयादिसप्तभूतमातृकाभ्यः स्वाहा। ओम आकृष्टेन रसा वर्तमाननिवेशयन्नमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवो जातिभुवनानि पश्यन्नं सूर्यादिनवग्रहभृताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। वास्तुष्पतये स्वाहा। क्षेत्रपालाय स्वाहा। ओम जातवेदसे सुनवाम सोममरातियतो निदहाति वेदः प्रसन्न पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्मग्निः। ओम भुर्वस्व श्री महाकाल्यै स्वाहा। ओम हिरण्यवर्णाङ्घरणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावहं भुर्वस्व श्री महालक्ष्म्यै स्वाहा। ओम पावकानः सरस्वती वाजभिर्वाजिनीवती यज्ञं वष्टुर्विद्या वसु। ओम भुर्वस्व श्री महासरस्वत्यै स्वाहा। ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे स्वाहा। श्री त्रिगुणात्मिकायै दुर्गादेव्यै स्वाहा। Just two more sets of offerings for Shivji first. ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवहुतो दैघवे नमः। बाहुभ्यां उदते नमः। सांब सदाशिवाय स्वाहा। सांब सदाशिवाय स्वाहा। सांब सदाशिवाय स्वाहा। ओम इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य पागो सुरे स्वाहा श्री वासुदेवाय स्वाहा श्री वासुदेवाय स्वाहा श्री वासुदेवाय स्वाहा जस्ती ओम भुरग्नये प्राणाय स्वाहा इदमग्नये प्राणाय नमः भुवर्वाय पानाय स्वाहा इदं वायवे पानाय नमः ओम स्वरादित्याय ध्यानाय स्वाहा इदमादित्याय ध्यानाय नमः भूर्भस्वरग्निवायव्यादितेभ्यः प्राणापानव्यानिभ्यः स्वाहा उमापूजोतिरसंवृतं ब्रह्मा पूर्वस्वरों स्वाहा ओम यां मेधां देवगणाः पितराश्च उपासते यामा मध्यं मेधाय अग्निमेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा इदमेधायै ओम मूर्धानं देवर्तिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृत आजातमग्निं कविगुं सम्राजमध्यञ्जनानामासन्नापातञ्जनयन्त देवाः स्वाहा set first, one set again, and one set the last time. Again. And just one straight. Yes, when I say Om Purna Viparapata Purna Punarapata Vasneva Vikrina Vaha Ikamurjagum Shatakatoho Om Sarvam Vai Purna Gung Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Purna Gung Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Purna Gung Swaha. Om Vasoho Pavitramasi Shadharam Vasoho Pavitramasi Sahasradharam Devasva Savita Punatu Vasoho Pavitram Shadharam Swakamalukshaha Swaha Idam Vasodhara Divyai Idam Namama. Warm your hands in front of the fire like we did yesterday. Please repeat Om Shraddham Medham Yashaha Pragyam Vidyam Buddhim Shriyam Balam Tejaha Ayushyam Arogyam Dehime Bhavya Vahana Yajeshwaraya Narayanaya Namo Namaha. Thanks for Shri Bhagavan ki Jai. Finally, to conclude the Puja Havan portion of the Gandharva Vivaha, Jindagi party, just Christmas. So both of you stand. And you must follow Ganesh Ji, Bhagavan Shiva, तद्वनं मे असुदशवीरकं सर्वगणकं स्वस्ते आत्मसि प्रजासनि पशुसनि लोकसनि भयसनि अग्निः प्रजां बहुलां मे करोत्पन्नं पयोरेतो अस्मा सुदत्तः ॐ कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं कर संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे त्वं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूराराधिक्यं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीगणेशाय नमः श्री साम्ब सदाशिवाय नमः श्री राधाकृष्णाभ्यां नमो नमः आराधिक्यम बोलिए श्री शंकर भगवान की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So we both now take a seat and we get underway with the next portion. Okay. So first and foremost is a samanjanam. I better ask you to stand for this. I'm sorry. Please stand. And would you mind just putting back those chairs for me? So the couple are now to turn to each other and the rishis encoded this part in the ceremony, so please forgive me. But they are asking that you look at your partner from top to bottom to make sure that this is actually the person you do want to spend the rest of your life with. I believe there is an exit that way, in case that's not the case. But quite seriously, this is to really look at the person in front of you, and not just as a partner, but as a whole being, and really see them. And so this samanjanam occurs with a mantra that I'll recite. So please go ahead and do so. Paraspara samanjanam om samanjantu visve devaha samapo hridayani no samatrishvasam dhata suprachita dhatu no. Okay. So I'm supposed to ask at this point in time, are you happy for me to continue with the wedding? I can breathe a sigh of relief. Thank you very much. So after this, Mom and Dad on this side, you both please stand. And you both, Masi and Christopher, please both of you stand. Both of you take a seat. Now, I want to ask you to, both of you will be joining your hands in a minute. So first and foremost, Mom and Dad, you hold this side, you hold that side on the right hand. And this would normally get some ugly and viva and all that stuff, but we use rice. Om Kodat Kasma Adat Kamoda Kam Prathita Prathi Kame Tatte Om Swasti Om Swasti Om Swasti. Right. Who is giving what and to whom? From the ocean of love, these both have come, and for love alone is the gift. There is no human giver, there is no receiver, there is only love, there is none other than love. All of this is indeed for love. This is what is chanted at the moment of Pani Grahana, where the two of you take each other's hands, letting go of your elders' hands. Go ahead. Om Godat Kasma Adat Kamo Dat Kamo Ayadat Kamo Data Kama Pihita Pradhita Tei Om Swastihi Om Swastihi Om Swastihi. And now I have to ask on behalf of the Dharmas, Yastvaya Dharmas Charitavya Sonaya Saha Dharme Charthete Kame Chatvevam Nati Charitavya. Before I can ask you to release your hands, I have to make sure that both of you promise that from this day forth, in all matters for dharma, morality, ethics, artha, making sure you have a good financial state, foundation, kama, for the fulfillment of your life's desires and also the desires of humans, and for moksha, that you keep an eye on spirituality, that you look first and foremost to the person sat next to you and to no one else. Are you able to do so? Thank you. With that resolution accepted, Mom and Dad, you give them their blessings like that. To Christopher, you give her blessings like that, nicely, and then the elders take their seats. Now, Masi, before you see, just because you've come so far, can you please tie the clothing of Tina Adina? Well, if you can just. So, ये जो है ना, यहाँ पर बांध करके. Tie it to the edge of that one, and then you tie it to her body. Harihi Om Aidavadandakshayana Hiranya Bhumshadhanikaya Sumanasya Manaha Tanmahapadhanami Shatasharada Yajukmancharadashti Dithasamma Yena Buddhopati Raja Dhanamendra Mahabala Tena Padpradipatnami Rakshema Achala Achala. Om Jadavadhanandakshayana Hiranya Bhumshadhanikaya Sumanasya Manaha Tanmahabadhanami Shatasharadaya Jukmancharadashti Dithasamma Om Radena Dekhamapnoti Dekhayapyoti Dakshinam Dakshinam Shaddamapnoti Shaddhaya Satyamapyade Om Swastihi Om Swastihi Om Swastihi. So before Mom and Dad sit down on this side, before Masiji and Christopher, before you take your seats again, they look to their respective bride, and you're going to say to them very clearly, this is something called the Aghora Chakshu, that from this day forward, you are not to look at the person sat next to you with anything but loving eyes. Aghora means non-terrifying, so don't terrify the person next to you. Yes? over there while I recite the mantra. Om Gora Chakshapati Gnani Shiva Shubhyas Manasvataha Vyasu Devakamas Vivona Bhavadeshan Chatushpade. Now, why do you think the parents are asked to and the elders are asked to do this? Because I won't know if you're telling the truth or not. Okay, good. And okay. With that, I'm going to ask you now that you've been tied, so please stand. In your side here, Mataji, आपके हाथ आपके पास एक फूल की टहनियाँ हैं. Here's towards the back. Same again over there, Christopher and Masiji. There's a tray of flower petals. If you just push back your chairs nicely so there's a little bit of space. Wonderful. Agni Parakramanam happens at this moment. And for these circumambulations of the fire, you know how it goes, right? Well, not really. Not most people know. They think that this is simply just going around the fires for dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Unfortunately, they do not know what the mantras mean. So I'll just give you a very brief thing of what's happening. So, you're going to be going around with the fire. Why fire and why is fire at our weddings? Well, like I said yesterday, fire is the cause of humanity's progress. Hopefully, we can learn to use fire well and all the things that come from it. But there is no greater witness than fire. And so, we circle the fire 4 times, with the first one being placing the desire to be noble at the foundations of your marriage. Second, working to ensure that you live healthily for a long and happy married life together. Third, circle is for that you will put in the extra work if needed to make sure that love is center of your marriage and that it continues to grow throughout your lives. And finally, the fourth one is for happiness, that you will stand together in understanding and unity against all that would seek to undermine your marital bliss, including your own thoughts if necessary. Okay? So you're going to go clockwise, and you're going to go around. Tina, you're going to lead 2, and then Mina will take over. Okay? So you're supposed to join your hands for this one, your right hand and your right hand. Perfect. And go around slowly, very slowly, so that you can get showered with flower petals as they come around. Wedding shuffle. Nina, you take the lead. Yeah, because you have to go in front. Now you know why I call it the wedding shuffle. Alright, so now 2 with you at the front, Nina. this lovely green runway. What happens at this point is a Saptapadi, the Saptapadagramana, which is the 7 steps that you take together, because after circling the fire, technically you're done. And so the first 7 steps that you're taking are the first 7 steps you're taking as a married couple. We want, therefore, for those first 7 steps to be completely blessed. And so the first one I'm going to ask you to do is by moving your right toe to that knee. Yes, please, both of you. Perfect. Om Ekam mental nourishment. Second step. May that which pervades the multiverse your second step, to lead you towards energy and vitality in your relationship with one another. Third one. May the multiverse bless your third step and lead you to prosperity and security. Fourth one. May that which pervades the multiverse bless your fourth step. And lead you to having all the necessities for a happy life. 6. We learned to avoid gathering the 6 seasons of life. Om Sakhe Saptapada Bhava Samanu Prata Bhava Vishnustva. May that which the multiverse turning and facing each other. I'll administer the 7 promises that and I love the fact that Tina and Nina gave interpretations that mean so much today. So that's so nice. We can tell it's going to be a good one, right? Very good. So both of you put your hands in each other's hands. And the first one is Tirtha Bradodhyapana Yagyadanam Maya Saritam Yadikanta Kurya Hava Mangamaya Mitadatudiyam Jagada Bhakyam Pradamam Kumari. Both of you are saying to each other, we will endure hardships. Keep them all together. Second, Happy Mangamaya Mitadatudiyam Jagada Bhakyam Pradamam Kutumba Raksha Varane Yaditvam Kurya Pushunam Paripalana Jagadakanyam Vachanam. After physical emotional distance between us, we'll always stay connected. Fourth, we will never forget our roots, and we will welcome each other's families as our own. Fifth, Devalaya Ramatlaga Pupa Bhapi Vidadhyaya Jipuji Yetha Vamangamayami Tadatudiyam Jagadakanyam Vachanam Chapanchamam. We will always make our decisions together. Sixth, Deshantre Vasvapurantre Va Prishwa Vidadhyaya Vedikayodvan Vamangamayami Tadatudiyam Jagadavakyam Vachanam Chashashtam. We will strive to understand and achieve our individual life goals and aspirations. And final one, this one obviously is the most important, which is why please have trouble finding it. नसेवनिया परकीय वामा त्वया भवेत् कापि च कामकामिनी वामाङ्गमायामि तदा तदीयं जगाद कन्या वचनं च सप्तमम्. You will both strive to keep each other in your hearts, minds, and spirits, so that you may grow in lifelong love together, despite what anyone else may say. Do both of you assent to these 7 pratigya? Give them a huge round of applause. Now, what has to happen here is there's something called the asana parivartanam. You switch places. Now, some people talk about, who's on the right and who's on the left and all this nonsense. What it basically means is you want to step into the other's shoes to experience life as they do as well, now that you're both working to form one unit. Okay? So you're both going to take a seat in these new positions. When I say, it comes at the end of a mantra. The last word of the mantra is pratishtha. You'll hear the tha, and you're supposed to sit down. You might know that in weddings, the ritual specialists, purohitas, they have one set of roles, but the real wedding doers are the women of the family. So their old story is that the person who sits down is the one who has control of the household. The one who sits down first. So remember, you can choose to do that how you wish. But the word is shtha at the end, right? मनोज्योतिर्जुगदामा जस्य बृहस्पतिर्जग्य विमन्तनो तुरिष्ठञ्जग्य भुं समिमन्ददातु विश्वे देवासे हमाद्यन्ताम् ॐ प्रतिष्ठा. So next, most important step, Mom and Dad can sit down, and Krishna, you guys can have a seat as well. This piece concerns you both. And it's kind of an important part of the ceremony. You first look towards the sun. Yeah, you and me both. We're going to pretend it's directly above us. And what you're doing is you're honoring the fact that in this solar system, all the elements that make up our bodies come from the sun. Equally, you are promising to all of us here that for as long as the sun stays in our solar system, you are both going to love each other. So look upwards, hold your hands. There you are. Each other's hands. Yeah, not praying. Look up. Om Tachaturdeva Hidam Purusta Chokramuchrata Pashyema Sharada Shatam Jivema Sharada Shatagum Shruvyama Sharada Shatam Paprubama Sharada Shatamadinaha Shama Sharada Shatam Bhuyascha Sharada Shatata Shri Suryaya Namaha Bhuriya Shri Surya Narayana Bhagavan Ki Jai. And the center of any wedding ceremony is what is known as the Hriday Sparsh, the uniting of the heart. So you turn to your beloved and you will take your right hands and start at the shoulder. Left shoulder is on the left hand side. So you'll start with your right hand on top of her left shoulder, and there you are on top of her left shoulder. And you will draw your hands towards their heart as I say the mantra. Mama vradete hridayam dadami mama chittam anuchittam te astu mama vacham ekmanani vastu prajapatishrani anaktu mahyam. In the Hriday Sparsh, they place their hands on each other's hearts, symbolically uniting them. In this central portion of the ceremony, they promise that from today, they have pledged their hearts to one another completely. And from this day forth, therefore, they are asking that let their minds together think as one, their voices together speak as one, and their consciousnesses be as one. And in this way, may the universal principle keep them together. Okay, you may release each other. And I'm going to ask you both now to stand where you are. So now that Masiji, you can let go of the mala and retake that tray of flowers. Christopher, your job is to really douse them both with good amounts of flowers when they exchange these garlands, which signal the conclusion of the wedding. So first and foremost for Jayamala, I'm going to ask Nina to place the mala around Tina's neck. So Nina, off you go. Staying with the flowers, I'm going to ask Mom and Dad to come a little bit closer there. You both take a seat. And Masi, Christopher, you both come a bit closer. There are 3 verses of blessings that I'm going to recite. And here's the full half minute. What are you both are looking out for is the refrain, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. This is what you're going to be saying. Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. So first I'll be giving the blessing on behalf of our dharma. Let it never be thought that our dharma is a stodgy old religion. Our dharmas are dynamic. Our ancestors have walked many paths through many hardships, and they have seen all types and varieties of life. We have a masculine gender, sure. We have a polar feminine gender, sure. But we also have a third gender which contains 27 different sexual orientations and gender identities. We have that. Don't let you that your dharma is wrong. Another so you're receiving blessings not only on their behalf, but on behalf of all the elders of their families. As they represent, they're blessing you with the fullness of their love. Each other's hands. Here now. So we will continue these. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabho Trividhata Panivaran He Vibho Ajajaneshwar Yadav Pahi Mam Shivaram Kamala Lochan Ram Dayanidhe Har Guru Kajrakshaka Gopate Shivatano Bhava Shankar Pahi Mam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Jaya Yudhishthira Vallabha Bhupate Jaya Jayajita Punya Payonidhe Jaya Kripamaya Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Can I ask you both to stand and to look towards all of your friends and relatives, doing a nice little anjali? That's nice. Look towards them nicely. The conclusion of this Sanskar in the presence of the divine, our ancestors, our elders, our families, friends, and well-wishers, it gives me the distinct honor and of presenting to all of you for the very first time Srimati Meena and Srimati Tina. Meena and Tina together go to each set of parents. Together. And you touch their feet. Both of you together. And both of you together. And you turn to each other. Masi, please pick up one of those mitai. Prasad. Split it in half. Nina and Tina take those 2 halves. Right, turn to each other. And at the very same time, you're going to feed each other with sweets, giving the first welcome of each other into your lives that is full of sweetness. Off we go. It has been a pleasure being with you all today, and I hope that you enjoy really many blessings on every single day that you have from this day forward.
We are so blessed today to have Dr. Sharanji perform this wedding ceremony, and this is an eye-opener for us as we talked about evolution. We wish Nina and Tina a wonderful life from all of us, and our blessings are with her.
Thank you, everyone. And now we have cocktails and refreshments outside in the hall. It's a cocktail hour, sorry, not cocktail, but the refreshments outside. And after that, later in about an hour and a half, about 7 p.m., we will be meeting at the reception hall. But for now, we will gather outside for the refreshments. Thank you.